So the Uzi isn't one of the guns that a lot of people talk about using. It's not one of the guns that everyone's like, oh my god, I need to make a class on this weapon. No, it's not. It's actually one of the guns that a lot of people stay away from. But I have to tell you guys, I'm going to give you 2 classes within this video that are going to make this gun completely unstoppable. This thing is one of the coolest guns in the entire game because it shoots so slow, but it packs a punch every single hit it actually takes. So guys, you got to use the Uzi class. Trust me on this one. It's a really damn good gun. I have 2 classes I'm going to show you within this video. Honestly, the second class is really ugly, but it's one of the funnest classes in the entire game. So make sure to check it out, guys. This is the overpowered Uzi. What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Modern Warfare video. Today, like mentioned, we're going to talk about the Uzi overpowered class setup. Now, the Uzi isn't one of the strongest SMGs in the entire game. It's actually on par with a lot of the other ones. Like, a lot of people say the MP5 is stronger than the Uzi, but they actually do the exact same damage per shot. To the chest, they both do 34. To the stomach, they both do 34. To the arms and legs, they both do 30, and to the head, they both do 55. But the difference is the Uzi shoots a lot slower, so it might not feel as strong as the MP5 in certain instances and stuff like that. But don't worry, guys, I'm gonna give you 2 best classes for the Uzi that you 100% need to start using. So the rate of fire, the rounds per minute that this gun shoots is only 600 per minute, whereas the MP5, for example, shoots at 800 per minute. But this gun right here, that doesn't really matter, because if you could get the distance on someone, it is a lot better than the MP5. So the MP5, if you're shooting a long distance, it might kick up because it's shooting really fast, whereas the Uzi, it does kick up a little bit, but you barely feel it. So you'll be on target a lot easier than if you were to use any other gun in the game, except for the P90. That gun is very accurate in terms of SMGs. But let's give you guys the overpowered class for this. I love this gun, and you guys definitely need to start using it. The first one I want to give you guys is a good class if you want to rush with the Uzi. The next class I want to give you guys after that one is the one where it's better for all around. It's really ugly, but it works. The Uzi isn't one of those SMGs that I really recommend rushing with, but you could definitely do it. It takes 3 shots to the chest to kill someone while rushing around with this gun. So the first one you want to do is the close quarters Uzi class, and for the first thing we're going to run is the barrel 8.5-inch factory mini. This gives you ADS speed, and it definitely gives you movement speed, which you 100% need. Now, it does take away bullet velocity and some recoil control, so if you're going for those longer shots, I don't really recommend running this barrel. That's why this is the close quarters one. The next one we're going to run is the laser, and that's going to be the 5MW laser. This gives you hip fire accuracy and sprint to fire speed, which is perfect, because the second you're sprinting and you run into someone, you will be able to knock them out pretty fast. You can start shooting before even aiming down sights, and I highly recommend running this laser on this class. Now, the laser is visible, which kind of sucks, but you could use it to your advantage and let the enemies come to you if they see the laser. The next thing you want to run is the stock, and we're going to run the no stock whatsoever. Now, I have an issue with this attachment right here that I've been noticing while playing. The no stock, yes, you get movement speed, and yes, you get ADS speed, but I don't know if I want to keep it on the class. I like it a lot compared to all the other stocks for rushing, and that's why it's made it to this class, but it's really not that great for distance. So it takes away aiming stability and it takes away recoil control. So when you're going for those long distance shots with the Uzi and this attachment, I don't know if it's really worth using. That's why this is only for close quarters. That's why I would never recommend using this class for all around or anything like that. But if you're using it on maps like Shipment, or if you're using it on maps like Shoot House, Gun Runner, stuff like that, you could definitely use this attachment and get away with it. The next one you want to rock is the Underbarrel Commando foregrip. Now, this one right here, I always say you got to use it on every single class, but it's been more important than anything on this class right here, and that's because it gives you aiming stability and it gives you recoil control, which we just lost with the no stock. And that's the reason I'm keeping the no stock on, is because we have the Commando foregrip as one of the attachments. Now, it does take away movement speed, but that doesn't really matter all along altogether or anything like that, because this gun is still very fast at moving, especially in those close quarter situations. And the last thing you want to run is the rear grip. I say it all the time, it's the most important one in the entire game, and that is the stippled grip tape. This gives you ADS speed and it gives you sprint to fire speed, which is super damn important, and it only takes away some aiming stability. So that is the Uzi right there for close quarters, but we're gonna get into the one that I like a lot better, my favorite class for this gun. And I think it's kind of weird, but I'm starting to really like this gun. I'm starting to use this gun a lot more than I should be using it within the game and stuff like that. I don't know why, it's just a really damn fun class to use. I think it's because, like, think that the fact that this gun is known as not one of the best weapons in the game, the fact that this class actually works and makes it so damn good is what bothers people, and that's what I like about it. I like getting reactions out of using a class that looks so weird. So the first thing you want to run on this class right here is going to be a muzzle. Now you guys know me, I don't run muzzles a lot. If I run a muzzle, it's for an important reason. Like, I think I have 50 class setups out there and only one of them has a muzzle, and this is probably number 2. So the first thing you want to run is that monolithic suppressor for the muzzle. Now the reason I like this one is because it gives you sound suppression. People will not hear where your bullets are coming from, and it also gives you damage range, which is super important on a weapon like this, and it does work. You do notice a huge difference when putting on this muzzle. So trust me guys, make sure to use it. Even with the ADS being low and the aim walking steadiness being a little worse, that sound suppression for one is super important, and that damage range makes all the difference in this class. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to skip the barrel and we're going to skip the laser. This doesn't seem like something I do often, but we definitely got to do it for this class right here because it's not as important. Now normally I would run a long barrel if I'm going for long distance and stuff, but we don't need it. We already got that monolithic suppressor that helps out a lot. So the next thing we're going to run is an optic, and the reason I'm running an optic is because I'm not too crazy about the iron sights on this weapon right here. And a lot of people also ask me if I can make more classes with optics, and I feel like this is the perfect class to throw one on. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw on the GI Mini Reflex. This is a good optic sight. It's the smallest one in the game, so the ADS isn't as bad as if you had all the other ones, and it aims down sights pretty quickly for an optic and stuff like that. So definitely go ahead and run this one right here, but I would recommend, if you don't want an optic, you might want to run the 5MW laser again, just so you could get that sprint to fire speed or anything like that. But we're going to go down to the next attachment, and that is going to be the stock. Now the stock, we're not going to be running the no stock on this class. It would make no sense because we're going for distance with this gun right here. The one that you want to run is the FSS close quarters, and I wouldn't recommend running any other stock for this class right here because we do need this one. It's super important for that ADS speed and it only takes away some aiming stability. So make sure to rock this stock right here that gives you one positive and it takes away one thing. It gives you one negative as well. So make sure to run that one. It's not a bad one whatsoever, and it's really good for that ADS speed. And we're also going to be running another attachment later on within this build to give us more ADS speed as well. Now the underbarrel, I would really recommend the Merc foregrip. It's one underbarrel that I don't use too often. I don't like using it too often, but it gives you recoil control and it gives you hipfire accuracy. I would say the hipfire accuracy is the most important part of this attachment, but having that extra recoil control always does help at those longer distances. Now it does take away some aim walking movement speed, but when you're going for long shots, you don't want to be aim walking a lot. You want to be a little more still so you could hit those shots a lot easier, and it does take away, unfortunately, some ADS. So we got to get that back with the last attachment because you guys know I hate when a gun doesn't have a lot of ADS. It doesn't have advantages towards the ADS. The gun is just useless because by the time you aim down sights, you're going to be halfway through dying to a guy who has a bunch of ADS on his weapon positives. So the last attachment that you guys want to run on this gun right here is going to be the rear grip stippled grip tape. And the reason you want to run this out of all of them, not because I love it, not because it's my favorite one at all, but we need that ADS speed 100%, and it also gives you sprint to fire speed, which really does help out a lot on a weapon like this. Now it does again take away some aiming stability, so we have 2 attachments that take away aiming stability. We also have 2 attachments that take away ADS on this weapon, which sucks, but we also got 2 more attachments that give us ADS. So we're back to square one with the ADS, and that's what we need. This gun already aims down sights pretty fast, and you guys could check out the gameplay in the background. This is the class I'm using, except for the stippled grip tape. I have 50 round magazine instead for my ammunition. So this is the exact class you guys are watching on screen pretty much, and it's a good one. This gun right here is definitely 100% overpowered. I would highly recommend you guys go ahead and use it. I know it's the Uzi. I know a lot of people don't think of the Uzi as a gun that they want to use to go off on people, but start using different guns, man. This one right here, I've been loving it for the past few days, and I'm pretty sure you guys, once you start using it, you're going to notice it's a really damn good gun, especially if you play Search and Destroy. I noticed that's the game mode where it really shines over all the other game modes. I don't know what it is about it, but you guys definitely need to use it. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of the Uzi on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to give it a nice solid 9. Let me know what you guys think of it down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here with those notifications turned on. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.